Hello everyone, welcome to day 30. I made it. I'm 2 days late, but I did it. And this is the beautiful sketch that Hannah Lemieux created for me to work with. And yes, I am going to create a double page, and I have no idea how to film double page layout, so please excuse the cutoff of the little sides there. So this is a layout I'm going to need your help with. I did as much as I could with it, and it's missing something. I'm thinking maybe it's sequence or some mixed media. I'm not exactly sure what it's missing. So I would love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on what you think I should do to help finish off this page. And then what will happen is when I eventually get to doing all the journaling and all the added little finishing touches on the layouts that I didn't get to do this past month, and I do that share, I'll be able to share with you how I finish this one as well. So these photos are of a day late this summer. It was very late in the summer, almost like the end of August, I think. And we went to this little park that has a bunch of trails and stuff. And I love this because this environment is what I grew up in. I grew up on the side of a mountain, and I lived basically, in the forest. And so living in the city, you don't get to do that very often. You don't just get to go run and play out in the woods and explore. And we went to this park, and it had a really neat park all on its own, but then it had all these trails, and there was a tree house and all of that. And while we were trying to figure out our way out and back into the park, we ran across this fairy garden, and it was huge. I mean, we're talking about, it probably expanded like 900 square feet of just craziness. It was awesome. And there were all these little houses, and I absolutely adored it. It brought me back to my own childhood and how neat I would think it would be to be like Jackson's 3, so 3.5, 4, and just coming across this magical place. And Jackson loved looking at all the different things. There were castles and spaceships and the little doors where the fairies could enter into their trees, and it was just so neat. And we were all together. Nora was with us in the stroller, and while we were walking, she bounced along because, of course, we're in the woods, so you're running over sticks and stuff. And it actually was so, like, bouncing stuff. I don't know how she did it, but she slept through the whole thing. It actually, like, rocked her to sleep. So it was just a really lovely family day, and I really want to remember this while it's really fresh in my mind. And so that's why I've decided to do this layout. And, of course, I have tons of photos for it. I have even more, and I'm almost wondering if that should be something I should do. Is I have one that has the actual, there's a little sign that talks about what it is, and I could add that. So let me know if you think that's something I should do too. Maybe add a couple extra photos, because I could do that as well. So the way I've kind of decided to work this is, in this sketch, Hannah has in the left side a big photo. Now, I don't have a big photo, but what I do decide to do is take the photo that you see right in the middle. I'm going to combine that with the left-hand side, because those are all photos of Jackson. And I'm just going to cluster them together and then use these fussy cut clouds that I used from the pattern paper. It's a Chamel piece of pattern paper, and just kind of cluster it together, and it kind of forms the same type of idea. So I really love that. And this piece of pattern paper I thought was perfect because I was able to utilize both sides. The teal striped was vertical, diagonal stripe is perfect. I love the balance of it. It definitely helps kind of say woodsy type feel to it. And then the clouds to me were whimsical and playful and very, I don't know, it just really fit the theme and the feeling I was trying to exuberate towards this layout. Is that the right word? And so really I was able to use the entire piece of pattern paper here to just help do it all. And the branding strip at the bottom had the cloud, so I loved that. That was also usable. And then I just took a few more little strips of the green that I had done from fussy cutting all the clouds and just layered them, one on the bottom, one on the top. And it kind of really made the perfect grounding place for where I could place my photo. And then just clustered the clouds in the middle so that it helped kind of span the 2-page layout and definitely make it seem like it's supposed to go together. And then I used some black sparkly thickers, they're the foam ones, to spell the word fairy. And then I try very hard to mix the colors of these beautiful thickers, and I can't do it. I really, really, really struggle with mixing colors of thickers with it making it look good. my mind for some reason can't do it. I try really hard and it just doesn't work. So you can see right now I'm trying to do all different colors, but in the end it's all just going to be the light pink that spell the word garden, because that's what it is a fairy garden. So a really boring title, but I figured because it's such a large layout, being 2 pages, and I'm going to have hints of journaling throughout. It didn't need anything a ton. I was kind of thinking about like in little tile letters saying, and then we found a fairy garden, because that's kind of what it was. And in my Instagram post, that's what I wrote, is we stumbled upon this awesome fairy garden. So I was thinking about that, but I don't know. Again, tell me what you think. I would really, really love as many opinions on this as possible. So what I've done for my finishing touches at the moment is just adding all of these little embellishments from the Paige Evans open book collection. I thought they were kind of the perfect thing. So I'm adding a moments thing, a butterfly. That bird is from the Little You Collection Girl collection, a floral, and then this new memories. And those are just kind of little pieces I decided to use as pops of color. Of course, my visual triangle with the rose gold. But that's what I could come up with. So I'm showing you, do you think I should use some shimmers? Do you think I should add some sequins? Just let me know what you think. And don't forget, if you're playing along with any of this, use my hashtag 30DSCBL for any of the 30 sketches I've provided for you for the month of September. You have until the end of October to play along. And thank you everyone so much for your love and support of this series. And stay tuned, I have more fun things planned in the future. Bye everyone!